All right, so we're back to doing reaction requests, and I haven't done nostalgia in a while, but honestly, I have been a little intrigued by Puss in Boots. I haven't really watched any of the those movies, but it doesn't mean that we can't still watch this video in question. So this is going to be interesting to say the least. So Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. I want to say that this was the third movie that came out this year. Yeah, yeah, because he made this like 6 months ago. All right, so without further ado, let's have a look at it. See what he got to say about it. Hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go.
This episode brought to you by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer.
All right. He always changes the intro scenes, and it's always funny as hell. What? Oh my goodness.
To the way of water cracking over $2 billion.
Yes, but we couldn't have done it without our chart queen, Charlie.
All hail.
Oh, gentlemen, please. I'm just the one who threw all the money at it. You're the ones who turned it into even more money.
By following the charts.
That's right. By rehashing a 13-year-old idea,
It's already based on a 30-year-old idea.
we've proved that Hollywood is not out of ideas.
Oh, and everyone's quoting it left and right. Right? I mean, it is one of the top 5 highest grossing movies. Everyone must be quoting it, like...
Yeah.
Bro, yes,
yes.
absolutely. That was the best line in the script.
What's a script?
Oh, it's what actors read to make the movie happen.
I said, what's a
Oh,
script?
well, I hope none of my money went into that.
Not really, just effects.
And even then, that's debatable.
To manipulating the bare minimum.
With money.
And charts.
Doug, when I say you get the point, you get the point. I may not have watched the movie, but I did see the memes and the scene where this took place. That was by far the most eerie thing I ever saw. And I know he's gonna mention it in here, but like, wow. Wow. We're gonna go into detail as the video continues.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Apology accepted.
Excuse me, but this is a private celebration.
There's the famous cats. Who made the other famous cats?
Oh, you're a fan of our work.
Oh yeah. You made the cat film that came out in December, right?
Yep, that's us.
The one that lasted in theaters well past expectations.
On the money.
The sequel to a film over a decade old that nobody knew they wanted.
You flatter us, Mr. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
The film everyone's still talking about.
Not everyone.
Memes all
No,
over.
no one's talking
Being
about it.
referenced left and right.
In
Countless
fact, but people. It's not that people aren't but people are talking about it. How much they are so sick and tired of y'all reawakening the old movies. We're not reawakening yet. We're just reintroducing the same old movies. Nobody cares. The times are done. It like those days are over. Stop making the same like uh uh type of movie that belonged in the 70s or the 60s. That it's not those times no more.
videos discussing its themes, characters, and story.
That doesn't sound like our work.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I mean, that's what you get when you think outside the box.
Yes, the box office has shown us that we are the masters of storytelling.
Hey, I never do this, but can I get your autograph?
Oh, certainly. Do you have a pen or something, person who used to be standing right in front of me?
Hey, Where do you go?
Whoa!
Sign right here.
Oh wow.
Oh, you accidentally brought the wrong one. You meant this. Oh, well, look at the time. I've got to be terrified somewhere else.
We too have a 5 o'clock pan shitting.
Oh,
Go, go, go! We gotta get out of here. Come on.
You're not living up to the hype. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm exactly what you think I am. Not metaphorically or rhetorically or poetically or theoretically or any other fancy way. I am just really excited for you to watch this. What?
Chaplain?
For some reason, when this movie came out, everybody was comparing it to the show Velma. I
Why?
don't really know why either.
Why? For what? Why would you compare? What? Why? Why does Are we really gonna have to talk about Velma in this channel? Are we seriously gonna have to talk about Velma? Cause Lord knows I'm even still trying to get the dry heat up out my mouth. The fact that they're making a season 2. Let's continue.
They're both animated. They're both comedies, supposedly. They're both movies. No, wait, they're not. I didn't get this comparison. To me,
Neither do
Avatar:
I.
The Way of Water was the real comparison. They're both sequels to films that came out a little over a decade ago. Both clearly animated. Both came out around the Christmas season, and both lasted longer than expected in theaters. But where the adult one wanted to look real and basically had a script for children, the children's one wanted to feel real and basically had a script for adults. If you told me one of these scripts took 10 years to write, going off of the previous film's ideas and expanding them while also evolving the characters with satisfying arcs, I wouldn't have guessed it's this expensive Save the Whales bumper sticker. That's why nobody's talking about Avatar 2 outside of the technology in the box office, yet people are still talking about Puss in Boots 2 for its imagination and storytelling.
Because look at this. Look at this right here. Okay? Look at it's it's aesthetically pleasing. Look at this. Look at this. This looks so good. And yeah, this comes from a person that didn't even watch the movie. I would love to see this. I would love to see. Look at this. Just look at it. It looks great. For someone that wouldn't even be interested in Puss in Boots, I would watch it. I wouldn't watch Way of Water. I wouldn't watch that. I was interested in Avatar to begin with. But this is you I mean you can see the difference. And like you just said, from a storyline that was, handed to adults, but it had a children like feel. Well, not feel, but like a children like aspect. Where in this is a story for children, but it has an adult feel. Like this is why I say animated like animated films like this, children animated films like this deserve way better recognition and credit. This is why I say that.
And storytelling. The things you're supposed to talk about when you see a good movie. It wasn't even a sequel people demanded to exist. I think I speak for most when I say the first Puss in Boots was passable. Clearly he was a breakout character from the Shrek movies, but nobody was really clamoring to see the film again. With the sequel, though, people were still seeing it on the big screen, even after it came out on streaming and Blu-ray. And that's pretty damn impressive.
Because they took... The thing about it was for Puss in Boots, and yeah, The crazy thing about it was this man, this cat was just a side character. He was a background character at best for the sequel of Shrek. But they took that character, made the first movie be around the Shrek world, right? And then just gradually kept building him up to the point where, you're excited to see this cat do his own thing. You're excited to see it.
Won over so many people, still resulting in fan art, gifs, millions of hits on videos, and the Megan dance. I'm calling the police. Let's take a closer look to find out. Unless we want to talk about the hidden layers of that other cat movie.
No, we got it.
No.
That's fine. Thank
Fuck
you.
no.
Environment
No.
good, people bad.
Oh, I just want to see my family again.
We'll see. This is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The film opens with the only song in the movie, so thankfully it's pretty catchy.
Who is your favorite fearless hero?
Puss is played again by Antonio Banderas, who has taken over the corrupt governor's house and is throwing a fiesta. And I knew this movie was at least going to be funny by two opening jokes. One being when a father lets his son's face get stepped on by Puss's boots.
He stepped on my face!
And we will never wash it again.
And the other
The
being when
hell?
the governor returns home, resulting in this line.
Welcome! Mi casa es su casa.
No, su casa es mi casa.
That is so clever I want to stalk it online so I can obsess over how much better it is than me.
Light it up!
I'll admit, at first I thought this intro was great, but a little pointless. Like all I wanted to do was show off a cool action sequence. A friggin' giant shows up out of nowhere and never returns. But watching it again, it does show how reckless Puss is with his life. He's helping others, which is great, but he's also clearly addicted to the thrill and the attention. You can see why Death would be so pissed watching him be so careless with what he has. Which, by the way, damn it, this movie's good!
Wow.
I guess I should also address the animation up front, as it's very different from the other Puss in Boots and Shrek movies. The designs are pretty similar, but the textures have more of a painted look and it constantly skips frames.
Yeah, they definitely
Meaning there's
changed
fewer
the
motion blurs or
aesthetic.
smearing, as it's sometimes called in animation.
Yeah.
And often joked about in memes. I've seen people split on this, and honestly, I didn't know if I'd be into it, but I grew to love it real fast for two reasons. One, it looks more like a fairy tale illustration.
Yeah.
Shrek wanted to do more of a trollish satire of fairy tale, so the more real but also kind of ugly textures made sense for the style. This wants to be an adventurous action film, like a mix between anime and a spaghetti western that just happens to take place in a fairy tale. So I feel like it blends these styles perfectly. Two, I've discovered I remember the motion more with fewer frames. It's been proven you can get across more visual information in animation than live action, which makes sense. It is reality reduced down to fewer but more vibrant colors and lines. This movie knows this and therefore throws a lot at you very quickly. It's like an adrenaline rush. The skipped frames help you remember the imagery more than if they added more realistic blurs.
Yeah.
Try it. Let's compare Puss in Boots fighting in Shrek 2 in slow motion.
Yeah, it's definitely a change.
Compared to Puss in Boots here in slow motion.
It's you see it. It's more refreshed. You see it.
If you pause it randomly during an action sequence, everything looks like a beautiful painting or comic book panel. I think
Yeah.
the style is becoming more popular, and while I wouldn't want to see it everywhere, I do like variety. If it's done with the right project, it can create imagery that'll last with you forever.
The legend will never die!
Speaking of forever, Puss in Boots is killed after defeating the giant, resulting in him showing up at the doctor trying to figure out how many of his 9 lives he has left. This is another example of the film doing way more than it needs to. All these jokes are pretty funny, showing the various ways he died. But not only are there hidden jokes, like Puss not only wins against the dogs playing poker painting, but also wins with 5 aces and another one hidden in his hat. But look at these title cards. All they need to do is show a number, but they include a creative drawing tied to his death. Death is even seen in the corners of each one as he gets closer and closer.
That is
Is this
so
amazing? No.
wow.
The film has a million
Oh my
little
God.
touches like this that add up more and more. Case in point, when he's told he's on his last life, Puss laughs off the danger and goes to a bar to drink shots of cream.
Another glass of cream. Make it your heaviest.
Oh, I keep the heavy stuff in the back.
That's funny enough. Have you noticed he has 8 glasses empty? And he's
Wow.
drinking his 9th just as Death walks in? This whole movie feels like Eddie Valiant's desk scene. I just love how much they're sneaking in without you even being aware of it.
There's the famous hat, the feather, and of course, the boots.
It's Wagner Moura as Death, doing one hell of a job giving this creepy-ass thing a creepy-ass voice.
Can I get your autograph? Sign right there.
My only complaint is, it takes Puss way too long to figure out who he is.
Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death.
So I've heard.
I just assume he put together this was the Grim Reaper, but I guess that's a big twist in the middle that is about as shocking as Judge Doom being the bad guy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with all these Roger Rabbit references either.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
For the first time, Puss may have met his match, shown beautifully in this reflection shot of Puss being disoriented, which will flip in the climax with Death being disoriented. And he decides to flee.
Corre, corre, gatito.
Now all they have to do is show him going to an old cat lady's house the doctor recommended when he retires. One shot, easy. Instead, it's shown to us in this cool way.
Oh, wow.
Damn it, you're Puss in Boots too! Nobody's expecting you to try! He buries his clothes and
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is just the second movie? That's just the second movie. I thought it was a third movie. Never mind. It's just the second movie, and they put this much thought into it. That is actually awesome.
Does so like a real cat. Not just because it looks hilarious, but you could argue it's him getting ready for his life as a domesticated animal. As we get some really funny scenes with Divine Joy Randolph as the weird cat lady.
This is my home, and now it's your home too.
Oh,
You're
my
forever
goodness.
home.
And we're shown the equivalent of a retirement home for cats he ultimately surrenders to.
You're a talking cat? I'm a talking cat. Let's talk.
Okay, so if you're like me, you got your Olaf from Frozen 2 cross and Gurgi from Black Cauldron Holy Water, but Perito, played by Harvey Gillian, admittedly does walk that line, but never crosses it. His story is pretty decent. He wants to be a therapy dog, but is pretending to be a cat because nobody wants him as a pet.
What could
Oh.
they possibly want to offer Puss in Boots?
What's up, Puss in Boots?
Seriously?
While his jokes are hit and miss, his chipper personality balances out when we find out later what a depressing life he has without even knowing it. We'll get to that a little later, but I don't think I say this often. I'm pretty sure this comic relief wouldn't have worked if they didn't have the dramatic moments. Speaking of drama, 3 bears led by Goldilocks, played by Florence Pugh, are searching for Puss in Boots, and she tells the bears, who have only snarled and growled up to this point, to rough up the cat lady, resulting in this.
Excuse me, my darling. We're looking for the legendary Puss in Boots.
Now, it's a decent joke, but that's not all it is. These bears actually do have distinct, likable personalities. They apparently like having Goldie as a member of the family, but want to help her out in finding a fallen star that's said to grant one wish.
All of you guts for garters.
Too hard. That was not just right.
Again, if I had to nitpick, I would say they probably do the just right joke a few too many times.
These ones
Ah.
are just right.
It will make everything just right.
The day when our world became just right.
Oh, that is just right.
But it does tie into the message, and the film is meant to also entertain kids, so I give it a pass.
That star has one wish to grant.
One wish.
Puss in Boots hears about the star and a treasure map needed to find it and also make the wish. And it looks like it's in the hands of Big Jack Horner, played hilariously by John Mulaney.
Excuse me?
Could you do the thumb thing? Like in the fairy tale?
It wasn't a fairy tale. It was only a nursery rhyme.
Look at the design of this guy. He looks like a Monty Python cartoon mixed with a drag version of Brain's robot body.
He looks like, really.
Damn funny. Even his quick backstory gets a good laugh.
What's impressive? I've been a boy the whole time.
Wouldn't be the first time Pinocchio beat you. Does it mean there's technically
Wow.
4 of these that came out last year then?
Yeah.
Are those unicorn horns?
Baby unicorn horns.
Oh yeah, this film also has the crazy mean-spiritedness of the best Shrek movies. Like when one of these sisters is told she'll carry her weight in gold, the Midas touch turns her into exactly that. And she never wakes up. Yeah, the body
Wow.
adds up to 23, which doesn't include these poor people that couldn't have survived this.
Focus! Hand over that map, or I'll punch holes in the lot of you.
Again, love a PG movie that actually has a reason to be PG.
Puss?
Kitty?
Puss.
Kitty.
He's intercepted by Kitty Softpaws, played again by Selma Hayek, who it turns out is looking to find the Wishing Star too.
You have a lot of nerve coming back here.
I was the best thief you ever hired.
You robbed me.
God damn it, some of these jokes are good. Puss and Kitty escape with the map, with Goldie and Jack following closely behind with his baker's dozen. By the way, wonder where he got those unicorn's horns from? This movie has so much extra credits.
Wow.
All the other movies want to kick his ass in class.
It's such detail.
So the map seems to change depending on whoever holds it. And again, all they have to do is show everyone heading to the dark forest where the star is said to be.
Okay.
But they show it like this. This film is trying to take those end credit collages that are trying to make the film you just watch look better and actually make the film better with it.
Did though, for real. It works.
They enter through a portal to get to the dark forest, but just like the map, the forest seems to change depending on whoever's holding it.
Oh,
reflecting their
jeez.
emotional stability or instability.
Why does he get the good one?
Wander the fields of quick and easy solutions and arrive at the star.
How every kid thinks being a YouTuber works. Like I mentioned, sometimes the messages can be a little hammered in.
Don't rush through it. Take your time and really appreciate what's right in front of you.
A, you could tie this into him wanting to be a therapy dog and calm people down. But B, it gets to the harsh stuff fast. Paro says he doesn't want to make a wish because he's so happy with his friends and family. Where are they, you might ask? Well, they're playing a very holy shit version of hide and go seek.
Oh no.
In a sock with a rock in it, and then throw me in a river.
Whoa, Daddy.
Yeah, I think Kitty's reaction there sums it.
Oh my god! And he just laughs it off. Oh my god. Oh. I need to watch this movie for real.
It up. My jaw was on the floor when I saw this. I couldn't believe this film was going that dark. I feel like a lesser flick would have him eventually figure out what was going on, but I like that he never does. You can either save that for a sequel or, honestly, never address it. Because he always manages to look on the bright side, and whether it's through cleverness or idiocy, it helps things to work for him, even when things don't work for him. They balance it out pretty well.
Yeah, I couldn't get this rock off of it, but still pretty cool, right?
Meanwhile, Jack searches for weapons to take on the threats of the forest, leading to the discovery of his conscience, which, as you'd imagine, is very tiny.
I don't cast spells.
Well, what do you do?
Well, I judge you.
His Jimmy Stewart voice is similar to Animaniacs having Kirk Douglas as Michelangelo. I have no idea why, but by God, it's funny. He just gets funnier and funnier when he watches Jack accidentally kill half his staff trying to get the map from Puss.
You're not gonna shoot a puppy, are you, Jack?
Yeah, in the face. Why?
Jesus.
So that's what they do.
Oh, how non-grotesquely grotesque. Death keeps appearing to Puss in a lot of cool skull imagery, resulting in Goldie getting the map and Puss having a panic attack. I doubt I'm alone on this. I think this is Paro's best scene.
Wow.
See what I mean? Just when you're one step away from saying, I'm gonna lose my shit if he says Hakuna anything, suddenly you're like, I'm not crying, my emotions are just leaking.
Wow.
Puss reveals that the reason Kitty is so angry at him is because he abandoned her on their wedding day.
Oh.
I hadn't hurt her so badly. I regret that day.
An action like this would be pretty tough to forgive for a main character, but they really do make us identify with his thrill addiction and his fear of giving it all up. It also helps that Kitty didn't show up either.
I knew I could never compete with your one true love.
Who?
Yourself. You don't seem like that guy anymore.
So I'm not gonna pretend this is like a great romance or anything, but the two do have a believable connection. And I don't think they're trying to sell them as the best couple as opposed to the only people who really understand what the other's going through. On that note, Goldie and the Bears discover nostalgic pines. Yeah, people don't know I was bred there. Where where they see a perfect recreation of their old home.
The day a little orphan girl broke into our cabin and stole our hearts.
Though she says she's looking for her family, her book of fairy tales suggests she already has it. No, literally, the first letter of the left side of the book spells out, you already have it. Followed
Wow.
by, and they lived happily ever after.
Jesus Christ.
Some Edward Norton Dave Bautista drink shit right there.
Yeah.
Jack, on the other hand, says his wish is to have all the magic in the world to take it over, leading to this meme that also kind of took over the world.
That was horrible.
You're horrible.
Oh, what took you so long, idiot?
Wow.
I can't pick which version of this meme is the funniest, so I'll just pick the weirdest.
You're horrible.
Oh, what took you so long?
Sheesh. Oh, okay.
Pretty goddamn odd. The cats get the map back, but it's snatched away halfway through transforming, giving way to yet another creative action sequence. Yeah, whenever people say animation is just for kids, remember you're watching something where this can happen.
Right,
Like
exactly.
this in live action. Or if you can, you have to use CG animation.
Uh-huh.
It's all just to babysit your kids. Yes, good, those are the only options. I'm not gonna choose to be a boring, miserable adult. I'm gonna choose to be a happy, interesting kid.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Because the hell with the stigmatism where like kid films are to keep the kids still. Newsflash, Karens who say this crap. When parents go to take their kids to see these movies, they don't sit still. Hell, they can't even keep quiet in the movie theater. They can't even keep quiet. They never shut up. I remember when me and the Rod Brothers went to go see the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Do you want to know what happened? The parents with their kids could not have the kids be quiet. The kids was jumping around, not paying attention to the movie. They weren't at all. So this whole stigmatism where it's just something to keep the kids quiet, it doesn't. It doesn't. Even if you bring the movie at home, what do you see the kids do in these recorded videos that they put online? The kids jumping around, the kids making noises. Like, come on, why are we still assuming that like adults need to be these boring people? The hell with all of that. Like I want something. Look, when I go to a movie theater, I'm not going to be uh 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 depressed or see the same shit that I done seen in 50 other car chasing, guns everywhere, explosion, all of that. Mediocrity is a good thing, but the main thing that I always go for is stuff like this. I enjoy stuff like this because I know how long it took for the animation to be done right. I know how long it takes. So for anyone saying that, like, you know what I'm saying, that like these kid animation films are not for us, they're for the kids, just to have them sit still, you're wrong. You're lying to yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. For real. Like you really just don't know what you're talking about. You don't know at all.
You have to use
Look at
CG
this.
animation. But whatever, it's all just to babysit your kids. Yeah, screw it. If those are the only options, I'm not gonna choose to be a boring, miserable adult. I'm gonna choose to be a happy, interesting kid. The cats get the map, but the bears get Paro, just as Puss gets caught in a cave having an existential crisis with his past lives.
The proper party now that all 9 of us are here.
Yeah! You know what? I love you guys!
I kind of feel like he's talking with his younger years, like these are his Carefree College days. Like, I can totally see them recreating Jackass while on Pineapple Express catnip.
You will always live a life of fear.
Death reminds him his carefree days are behind him, though, as the end is near. And because he never valued what he had, he's gonna take his last life early. Don't make me jealous. There's not a haunted house based around you. Seriously, someone get on that.
Oh, seriously. Because like, listen, when I saw that on TikTok and Boots was running, like I was like, holy shit. This ain't just some Shrek side character. No, he is his own character now. This is a great story. It really is.
And gets to the star just as Kitty saves Perito and shows up behind him. Goldie and the Bears aren't far behind either, as she reveals she wants to use her wish to get away from them and find her real family. The Bears are heartbroken, but in a nice twist, they still see her as family and want to help.
And whether you think we're your family or not, if this is something that will make you happy, we'll get you that wish.
Oh. Jackass. Right, jackass.
Puss making the wish and thinks he's being selfish again. But he says that death is after him just in time to see, well, everybody's after them. This is clearly a send up to the good, the bad, and the ugly, which the film takes a lot of inspiration from. And on top of another great action sequence, Goldie gives up her wish to save her true family.
Like I told you, baby, you're the smash, I'm the grab. Yes!
And if you've noticed, her appearance reflects that. Her clean, multicolored look becomes more muddy and brown the more she realizes she should probably stay with the Bears, thus looking more like them. This movie might be too good. It needs a MODOK or something. Put MODOK in there.
It's perfect.
He doesn't need a wish, as one life is more than enough for him, which now comes to put to the test for Puss. This time, he doesn't run away, though, as he finally has something of value worth fighting for.
Lives flashing before your eyes?
No. Just one.
The one where I got it on with Kitty Catswell. Who? I'm not topping that! The fight is about as beautifully laid out as you could imagine, but Death gets fed up when he sees he no longer runs away, but also doesn't think he's invincible either.
I came here for an arrogant little legend who thought he was immortal, but I don't see him anymore.
That could be because I'm colorblind. Everything looks red to me. What color are you? I'm looking for an orange cat. Are you orange? Jack Horner comes back, though, after turning himself bigger, and at first I didn't like that everybody else had an arc aside from him. Like, everyone can find the way except for this one a-hole, I guess. But firstly, you could argue there just aren't enough remaining years for him to convert. Like, maybe someone could change, they would just need several lifetimes to do it. But second, I kinda miss animated villains. They're just straight up evil. Yeah, I like sympathy for my baddies, but since we already have antagonists who are relatable in this, and it's been so long since we've had an animated villain who's not a surprise or misunderstood, he's just plain mean, I've opened up to him more. You go to hell, Jack Horner. You go to hell and you die.
That's my resignation, mister!
Whoa.
Destroyed, so the star is destroyed and everyone goes home to their newfound families. Except the bug, he still gets shit on.
Hold still.
Wait just a second!
Just imagine he has this face and he won't feel so bad. The ending teases another Shrek sequel in the near future, and honestly, I don't need it. Give me Puss in Boots 3.
Right, for real.
Talk about making lemonade from lemons. Where the hell
That's the
did this
third
movie
movie.
come from?
Right.
In an age where IP is being beaten to death and old tricks are just becoming older tricks, this movie has so much passion, so much style, so many little touches, while still working off of timeless themes and ideas. Are the lessons in this really that new? Not really.
No,
People
but
even say for what they got. The
it's
movie was
refreshing.
overhyped. And honestly, I can see how someone would think that. I think it's similar to when I first saw Back to the Future. Like, the buildup was so much, I was kind of shocked to find it was simply a well-made movie. But
Yeah.
if a well-made movie is made really well, it can kind of be like the cheeseburger from the menu. It breathes new life into something you thought had no more life in it. Make you remember the charm and excitement of watching something people clearly put their blood, sweat, and tears into. And sure, lots of films people put their blood, sweat, and tears into, but the great films make you feel that devotion in every frame, every shot, every hidden Easter egg, every unique angle, every line delivery. It tries to do more than what's expected of it without forgetting what it is. A smart, funny, emotional, action-packed adventure everyone can get into. Even though they repeated it again and again, I think Goldie put it best when she said, "It's just right." Will Hollywood learn to turn out more films like this?
I wish. I hope so.
Boots goes to Pandora.
Oh, and then they can meet up with. Name one of the characters from those movies.
Nobody can.
Take my money, anyways.
I guess it's a start. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're still here?
So that was great. That was great. Like that actually was great. That like they put that much time, effort, and planning into that movie. And knowing it's just the second movie is just awesome. I want to see a third movie. I really do. I want to see a third Puss in Boots movie. I would love for them to make another third, but honestly, I need to watch this one and the first one first in order for me to to really be wanting a third movie. But even then, I still want this. I still want it because that was honestly good. Just from watching this from a review, a reaction standpoint, this is I think this is great. It deserved the love it got in movie theaters. And yeah, Doug was not kidding. Where the water got booted, everyone was talking about this. There were more memes that there were way more videos, discussions on Twitter, memes about this movie than Way of the Water. And that's not me being hateful. That's just being real. I'm just being real with y'all. Like, this is the reason why I will always say I enjoy kid films, kid animation films, because it has such an adult such an adult topic, but it's hitting under it. Like it's hidden under the whole disguise of it being a kid film, but then when you watch it, it has such an adult way of life. It's just it gets you right here. You know what I'm saying? So my honest opinion, I think this movie is a 10 out of 10. I really do. And that just comes from me just looking at this. This movie is 10 out of 10. From the end from the art, the story, the characters, yes. So with that being said, that's gonna be it for my reaction. Let me know what y'all think about this. Did y'all watch Puss in Boots when it came out? Do you have a DVD of this movie? Or did you watch it on your free time on your computer? Let me know in the comments down below and what you thought about it. This has been Master of Sakurai. I'll see y'all again next time. I'm out. Peace.